some fuel from the garage. It's a very, very strange situation at the minute. Just with everything that's going on, isn't it? Sort of really, really weird situation. Yeah, so I wanted to have a quick chat. Not sure how long this video is going to be, so you might want to grab a brew. I'm not sure. There's a lot to talk about, but no doubt I will probably forget what I want to say. I'm actually just going to park up and then we'll have a little chat. Yeah, so I want to stress I'm no expert on this, but this is affecting me, it's affecting my family and my business really. So as you can tell by the title, this week I've had 4 clients cancel on me. Probably in excess of about £4,000 worth of work. So if you multiply that by bigger companies, smaller companies, that's a lot of money just for me to, I've probably not lost it, but it you know, what you was expecting to get, you're now not going to get, and you don't know when you're going to get that money because jobs have been pushed on, people have had to cancel, etc. I think we need to try and work with the clients, reassure them that you know, how jobs are going to be done and how you can do jobs safely and how we can still do our job with them wanting to, you know, self-isolate in their houses. I've had like 2 or 3 older customers where I've gone to their house and, you know, they've been absolutely really good as gold. I've gone in, I've washed my hands, we've kept distance, we've chatted, but we've kept distance from each other. You know, they don't want to pick up anything from me that I might carry, and I don't want to pick up anything from them that they might carry. So it works both ways really, because I've got a family, they might be vulnerable, etc. So I've gone in, I've washed my hands, and I've got on with the job. We've conversed from the other side of the room basically. Yeah, so, you know, one lady, she has her hair cut by a certain hairdresser and she didn't want to put the hairdresser out of work, so she sort of paid her free haircuts in advance. So when this all blows over, she owes her free haircuts, you know, basically, because she doesn't want her to be without her money. So that's kind of nice in a way. She was kind enough for me to come in and finish a job that I'd started, and get it finished and get it billed basically. So she wanted the job finishing and I wanted the money basically for the job. So yeah, I wrote a list here, so I'm going to try and work through it. So yeah, 4 clients cancelling, which is fair enough. You know, people don't want us in their houses all the time, and they are worried about, you know, what we're doing. And I'm finding now that clients aren't getting back to me as quick. And if they are, they're kind of saying, you know, we want to go ahead with a quote, Chris, but we want to wait. We don't know what's going on. You know, like anyone, we're all in the dark with this situation. So it's affecting everyone, you know. So if I'm not getting the work, that means that I'm not buying the materials. That means that the likes of Screwfix, Toolstation, CEF, TLC, everyone's going to be affected by this, because they're not selling the stuff, and then if they're not selling the stuff, they're not buying the stuff from the manufacturers. So there's a massive knock-on effect. So I think as soon as we can get this shut down and get rid of it, will be the better for everyone. Obviously, that's obvious. And I've sort of spoken to, I went for a coffee yesterday. I bought a guy's tester that I know. He's an electrical contractor, and he's got like 4 blokes on the cards, and he is absolutely crapping his pants because he's done this now for 15 years, and this is the first time, even with the recession, he got through it, and this is the first time where he's actually considering whether his business is going to survive, because he does like sort of bigger, he does domestic, but he does bigger domestic jobs, and he does commercial as well, and he does jobs in excess of sort of like 50, 60, 70,000 pounds, and those jobs that he was expecting to now come in to keep his blokes busy and him have now been put on hold for a minimum of 3 months. So if you consider now he's got 4 blokes he's got to try and pay, and I mean, if he wants to lay them off, he's lost those blokes, then they won't be coming back because they will go and find alternative work. So he's going to lose 4 good blokes. I mean, the government are trying what they can do to help us. I mean, if anyone knows anything that I don't, please put some, you know, comments down below. This video isn't just me rambling. This is me wanting to get a bit of a community going in the comment section, so we can all bat ideas off each other, and if, you know, we can help each other at the end of the day, it's worth it just for that. So put some comments down below if, you know, if you've got any ideas and stuff. If you're struggling, you know, we're all here to help each other, and, you know, I'd like to help people out if I can. You know, if we can put people in contact with people, and even if, you know, what are they putting out there for just sole traders, not big businesses? You know, I heard the government talking about grants and stuff and lending money, but to us that isn't no good, because that just means we got to pay that money back at a later date with a premium on top. So I can't see that that is going to help sole traders like me that, you know, earn certain amounts of money. I'm not a big company at the end of the day. I've heard that new build sites are potentially getting shut down, so a knock-on effect for the, you know, the plumbers, the plasterers, the chippies, the roofers, the ground workers. I can just see this being a massive hit for everybody. I can't see us recovering from this anytime soon, to be honest. There's also a lot of guys on Instagram that I follow, and I follow their stories sort of daily. They come up, and when you get a minute, you kind of follow those stories. And 99% of people are having trouble with clients not wanting them in their house. So again, a lot of people do work for estate agents. They're kind of shutting down the hatches. They're not wanting to. A lot of those can work from home, but then the guys are finding it hard if they need to go and pick up keys. And even when they've picked up keys, they're having trouble with the tenants are not letting them in, because it's all pre-arranged, but then when they get to the door, they've changed their mind. They're not letting them in. So then the tradesman's wasted his time going to get the keys and arranging that work, and then he's not allowed to do the job. So what does he do? He can't bill for nothing, essentially. So it's a massive knock-on effect. I rang Michael today, my friend. He's a BT guy, and he's now been given a protocol what he has to, you know, adhere to when he goes to people's houses. He has to ask them, have you been abroad, blah 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 blah. And he's had people that have kind of opened the door and lied to him because they want their job doing, and then he goes, oh, we've just come back from Italy actually 2 weeks ago, and the guy's sort of coughing, and he's got kids, he's got to now go home and you know, potentially tell his missus, you know what, I don't know, you know, it's a real tough one. Yeah, it's a tough time, and I just hope everyone can get through it. I know a lot of guys live day to day with their money, and week by week, and you know, you've got to keep the money rolling in. And if you're not working, what the hell are we going to do? Where's the money coming from? Who's going to pay for shopping? You know, it's such a tough one. So again, let's get a bit of a chat going in the comments below. Hit me up on Instagram. I'm always up for a chat. Yeah, there's a lot of live chats going on at the minute with E5 and amongst other electricians on, so they're really good. So if you want to chat, get into those live chats and then get in the comment section, because there's a good community going around at the minute, and I think everyone should be participating in the community on YouTube or on Instagram, etc. So get some good comments down below, and you know, let's see what we can do, because you know, it can't go on like it is, because if this is going to go on for 3 months, a lot of people are going to be out of work, and a lot of people are going to be struggling. So let's just get a bit of positivity, you know, and let's just keep it rolling. So that's it basically.